Whoa, nearly pulled the tongs out of my hand. Deadly Tarantula Girl coming to you from the back pasture, and I'm bringing you the last part in my HMAC breeding series with the male sent to me by Ronald Cross. This has been very exciting. This is the third or fourth female he's been with. It's been good news so far. I'm thinking he's probably still alive, but I haven't looked in here today. Sorry, but there's no telling. I have high hopes for this guy. Last I looked in on him, he was looking a little bit ragged, as I presumed he would. I don't know if my HMACs just really love me or what the deal is, but he was going strong the last time I saw him. I actually plan on running him by another few females, hopefully before he expires. And I'm thinking we might have some egg sacs in the very near future. So I have my breeding chamber here that I normally use, and in the first video I promised you guys nice close-up footage of both of the adults, because when you're looking down in here or you're looking at a container, it's very difficult to see them because they are arboreal, they do have heavy camouflage, and they're just a little camera shy. So I plan on giving you guys a good look at them tonight. And this should be exciting. If you know anything about HMAC, you know that they're not the friendliest and they're crazy fast. Let's pick this breeding chamber apart and see what we're looking at. Have my usual tools as well as some additional things here. Taking the lid off. The fun thing about HMACs is you never know where they are or what they're going to do, except that they will probably surprise you, and it's going to be fast. So I'm looking around very carefully. They could be anywhere, and for the record, I do not recommend putting your hands inside a tank that has loose HMACs, especially multiple animals. There is a chance that I will be bitten, although I can read animals pretty well and it's unlikely. So this large cork log appears to be clean, and I'm going to be handing it off to someone in my crew. Alright, I'm already spotting one, so that's good. I can't tell if it's the male or the female because it's covered, and I can't see him very well, but I'm thinking that may be the male. And although he looks squished, that's actually just sort of how they lay. And I think he's just fine, but I'll have to examine him to know for sure. A lot of times the animals are just in their own tanks when you open this. Just carefully poking around in here, seeing some cool web, and looks pretty dry though. It doesn't look like anybody's hanging out in here. So this one's clear. This was the female's tank. That's actually one of my babies, come to think of it. Alright, so this is the male's tank that belongs to Ronald. And again, these animals can come running out at any time, so I don't really recommend people doing this. If you do, do it at your own risk. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's not in here. I don't want to destroy his whole web, or his whole web. Setting that down.
That greenery out.
Can you see? This lid is clear. Oh, there's the other one. Okay. So obviously there's nothing on the greenery because I can see her now. All right. If you can see, they both are alive and well. She is here. He is there, and you can tell the difference because she's lighter and fuller bodied than he is. I am going to take both of them out of here and let them run around for a few minutes until they tire a little bit, so we can hopefully get them to settle down and get them on camera for you on the ground. Just a hint to those people who are trying to take naturalistic photos of your HMAC, you need a very large, preferably flat area with nothing that they can get under. A lot of brave people who know what they're doing, and I suggest you let your animal wear itself out before you ever even get out the camera, because they are marathon runners. I'm going to give them a little run and then we'll turn the cameras back on. All right, we've given the male a little run and he's found a nice little crevasse to hang out in. And you can see how this animal would be easily camouflaged on bark or in dirt. And he's a little cutie. He's kind of scrawny at this point, which you expect of males. They don't typically eat very robustly at this point in their lives. Some of them go off feeding altogether. And he's been kind of put through the ringer with these girls, which happens. Although, like I have mentioned, he's pretty lucky to still be having breath in his book lungs. There is Ronald Cross's very studly male. Whoa, nearly pulled the tongs out of my hand. Oh. She actually looks really awesome. She's like kind of reared up. Here is the third or fourth, whichever it is, lovely lady. And she's got a nice size on her. You can see she's plenty large enough. She's got some good weight, nice long leg span. Now, because this female was just bred, I don't want to stress her out too much, which is why I didn't take the net away from her since she was holding on to it. And I'm just going to encourage her to stay in this spot if I can without making her too mad. And you can see how beautiful and amazing she is. This is not a tarantula I would probably want to play with nearly as much in the wild. But as I mentioned, this is one of the little girls that I reproduced, and so I feel a little more comfortable with her than I probably would a wild-caught specimen. And I just love how beautiful and incredible she is. She is definitely a stunner. And I feel like she's more docile with me than the typical HMAC would be with most keepers, because she's being unusually calm. As I promised, there was your nice HMAC footage. I hope you guys liked seeing her. All right, now I think it's time for her to go to bed. Well, I hope you guys liked this one. I was super duper happy to see Ronald's male still living, so woot woot to Ronald. And I hope you got a good look at the animals. I know they're incredibly fast. I had a really fun time filming this project. I hope you guys liked it. Those who were requesting to see this series, I didn't get as many videos out of this as I was hoping. As I've told you guys, a lot of times it's late at night. I went to California for part of the summer. The school session is back, and most of you know that I'm a teacher, and so things have been nutty around here. But I hope you guys like this one. Go ahead and comment below telling me how many more females you think this guy can go through before he meets his maker. Hope you guys like this one, and I'll see you again soon.